Beasley, hometown here in Detroit, 7-1 with 4 knockouts. He's in the black trunks at 5'11 and 154.
And he calls himself a cocky fighter. He says, I can do it all. He's showing Whaley-el in that first in this round that he can do it all. Strong couple of rounds. Lonny Beasley.
22-year-old Kevin Whaley-el from Highland Park, Michigan. 7-5 with 5 knockouts, and he is right now on wobbly legs here in the second round. He was down in the first, pummeled by Beasley through the 3 minutes. The cut is open. Whaley-el in deep trouble here in the second.
And I'd stay close if I were Sam Williams. Right now, Whaley-el shaking his head no. He's cut, he's been down, he's hurt, he's been staggered numerous times in this round.
He has lost 5 times, but he has certainly had some game efforts. The distant fights with Ron Morgan and Tim Dendy, but he was caught early in this one, in the first round by Beasley.
And he came in this fight, still trying to fight back. And now the question comes into play. Is it possible for Lonny Beasley to punch himself out? It is scheduled for 6, but this was a standby fight. So it could have gone 4 or 6 rounds.
Look at 5'11". Beasley a pound and a quarter heavier. And now Whaley-el connects with the left. And a flurry for Whaley-el. The crowd getting behind this one. They slug it out at the end of round number 2. Down to 10 seconds. We will pause for a word from our local cable systems. You're watching USA's Tuesday Night Fights. Now, third round has just begun. Kevin Whaley-el versus Lonny Beasley in this junior middleweight encounter, scheduled for 6 rounds.
Well, his biggest problem has been standing toe-to-toe, but Lonny Beasley says tonight he's going to try to keep his head and work behind the jab. That's what he heard between rounds.
Waiting in the wings, main event tonight. Former WBO light heavyweight champ, now a heavyweight, Michael Moore puts his 23-0 record on the line, 23 KOs against the hard-punching Levi Billups. That is tonight scheduled for 10 rounds in our main event.
Now they told Beasley, get back to the right hand and use the uppercut. Remember how effective those were in the first round? The right uppercut. There it is. Following instructions.
Get your punches out now. You're waiting. Get the jab out there while you're in. Let him go while you're in there.
A minute gone by in the third. Whaley-el came on late in the second round.
Now get it out.
This is scheduled for 6. As a swing fight, it could have been either a 4 or a 6, but since the first fight went down early, the Hembrick third-round knockout over Larry Prather and the Oberkar fight against Victoria Belcher fell through. This one is inserted here and extended to 6 rounds. Beasley has never gone beyond 4. Whaley-el has gone 6 rounds on 3 occasions. So if Whaley-el can survive here, the beating that he has been taking in the first few rounds, may be able to get back into this later on.
The beating is right, down in the first. He came back a little bit in the second.
Remember, Whaley-el has scored 5 knockdowns in his 7 wins. Knockouts.
He even got clocked in that second round, Whaley-el did. With some hard shots. He was stepping in post holes, but here he's come back, trying. A lot of heart.
That's if he could get out of round number 3. We still have 50 seconds to go. Beasley closing in.
Let it go.
Giving Whaley-el very little punching room.
And look at the man who's still punching. It's Whaley-el. Beasley's just laying in there. Oh, it's so difficult to knock a guy out, have him out on his feet and not being able to connect. Then when you get tired, you punch your arms out, it's even more difficult.
You got to get me in there, turn him over.
Here's to what had happened to Beasley.
But here's Whaley-el hanging in for one more round and coming on in the closing seconds.
Columbia pick.
Number 4, Kevin Whaley-el in the green has been pounded, but last couple of rounds coming on strong in the closing seconds. So here he is moving on to the 4th of the scheduled 6-rounder, trying to get it into his territory, the later rounds.
Really interesting to listen to both corners between rounds. Both of them said you got him where you want him. I don't know what that means. Whaley-el has had him all over him. Beasley, strong opening first round. Second round he was strong. Third round he slowed down a bit, but still strong punches. Kevin Whaley-el now coming back.
I would like to hear that analysis from the Whaley-el people.
Tough kid is Kevin.
This is what it takes for Whaley-el to have him where he wants him. He's going to have a long career, a hard career, maybe a short career. Yeah. Oh, there's the uppercut. The uppercut again closes in.
And they've been
Whaley-el
begging for that uppercut in the corner. They said hit him with that uppercut. You can see a different fighter this round. Beasley taking more breaths, trying to run around more. Trying to catch his wind.
Getting away with the hold. There's the uppercut tried by Lonny Beasley, and Whaley-el returns but misses.
Good shot by Beasley, but you're going to have to put them together. You can't just knock your opponent out just with one punch. If he can mix that with a left hook, be more effective.
Al Albert along with the champ Sean O'Grady at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
You gotta turn them punches on in there. Not there.
And again, welling away is Beasley. 1 minute to go in the 4th.
Get them off when you get in there. Don't lay there.
Beasley is landing some heavy shots, but not able to put Whaley-el out. He's hitting without closing his hands. He's not following through with the punches. He's hitting to Whaley-el, but not through him. What you have to do, you got to put your mind to hit this guy in the back, not in the stomach, in the back, or in the back of the head, right through his face. It's a beautiful sport. Yeah.
Get a little more descriptive. We'll take it later on.
Well, it's not fair to go around the back and hit him in the back of the head, so you've got to be fair about it. You know what I'm saying?
Closing 10 seconds of round number 4.
And Whaley-el is just pushing his punches here. He's trying to stay busy to steal the round, especially at the end. Lonny Beasley knew it, and he landed some good heavy shots. Realizing what Whaley-el was trying to do, Sam Williams broke him up, and he pushed down Lonny Beasley, and the crowd does not like it. They are upset.
Well, score that a knockdown for referee Sam Williams, who is much bigger than these two junior middleweights. Williams right now right up there as the power punch of the night. He's a very physical referee. In one fight, we saw him separating the two by grasping his hands around one of the fighters' throats. And right now, Lonny Beasley may not have respect for Kevin Whaley-el, but he certainly does for referee Sam Williams.
Sam Williams is a no-nonsense referee. What he says goes. Plus, if he's that big, much bigger than you are, you're going to listen.
Sam Williams, when he is not refereeing, is a police officer in the state of Michigan, ruling with the iron fist. 5th round action is scheduled for 6. This is becoming a bout of many surprises.
And a busy bout for Lonny Beasley. He has thrown a lot of punches. Most of them have been caught by Whaley-el. Now both of them pushing their punches. More difficult to throw a hard punch when you're tired, when you're winded like these two are. We talked about the 4-round distance being moved up to a 6-rounder. They had trained for 4. And what many of the fighters try to do is they try to rest the next to last round and then come on strong the final round. But you got to be careful doing that. Whaley-el now showing us that he has some power.
Inside the final minute of the 5th round. Whaley-el has certainly shown some power, staying power. He's been down in this fight, cut by the eye in the 1st round, staggered several times throughout the fight. And there he is again, taking the right, 30 on the nose in the 5th.
And the right hand has been the weapon that's done the damage. Beasley, they told him, use the right uppercut. He's worked that well, and he's used the overhand right well.
We've had big finishes just about every round. And now we're down to the final 10 seconds. Whaley-el has come on. Oh, is Beasley staggered, or is he just playing? May have been staggered. And that certainly sets the table for the 6th and final round. A standing ovation from the big crowd at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And Beasley is tired. Leaning over in his stool, slumping over. He's been staggered at the end of that round. Now they've got to try to work on him, get him rejuvenated before the 6th and final round. Here is some of the action from that 5th. Whaley-el finally get the combinations going. You put the punches together. You know your opponent has maybe perhaps punched himself out. Even holding and hitting, trying anything to keep your opponent's head still so that you can hit him. Sometimes you get a little too excited, little elbow in there. Well, that settles it. Work. No question about what they want him to do.
Trying to wake up Lonny Beasley for the 6th round. He had never gone past 4, so Kevin Whaley-el will try to jump on Beasley. 3 minutes to go.
And this could be what Beasley needs. He needs for Whaley-el to run in after him so that he can run into a punch.
And he has done just that in the opening seconds.
But this is the round Beasley might be able to take Whaley-el out.
Whaley-el let Beasley get off volume of punches here in the beginning and have about 2.5 minutes to work with to the end of the fight.
Oh, he looks very arm-weary, does Beasley.
Keep working him. Keep
dragging down. What an opportunity for Whaley-el if he can put some punches together. Now turn into the southpaw stance. He has done that in the past, but said he wouldn't do that tonight. However, I think it might have